next candidate, Ward 3.
Hi, my name is Janet Emerson, and I have been a resident of Raytown for 36 years. I've been around since the 50s because my aunt owned a beauty salon next to the Raytown Plaza. I attended the Kansas City Business School, and I've taken computer courses and many seminars and workshops. I worked in Hawaii for 4.5 years as a computer supervisor for submarine base Pearl Harbor. And my brother lost his leg from Vietnam, and my father had a head injury, so I came back to help my mother. I went to work for Walkers. I worked for them for 29 years and founded the International Certified Floor Covering Installers Association, which with 11 certified installers that had to take written pencil and oral tests and guarantee their work. And it has grown to over 24,000 in just 19 years. In 1997, I started Limax. We did common Hale-Bopp photos, and we were very successful in that. So in 1999, we became an S Corporation and opened a retail store on 40 Highway, and we sold telescopes, astronomy equipment, binoculars, things that related to astronomy. We also founded the Kansas City Starlight Users Group, which is a organization for people that like to look up at the stars. We became, within 5 years, one of the largest volume dealers in the world. We closed the store after 9.5 years, but we still are an internet-based business. I went to work for Digital Ally, which makes rearview mirrors for police vehicles. I was responsible for getting all the components together for the DBM 500, and I was also the human resource person there. I have a daughter. She went through all of Raytown from kindergarten to when she graduated. She had a quality education. In 3rd grade, she wanted chocolate milk in the school, so Wellington, who was the principal, and the superintendent, Dr. Watkins, gave her the guidelines to do that, and she was successful in doing that. So not only did she get a quality education, she also got some other skills to help her through her life. My top priorities, I think we need more transparent and accountable government. Talking to people in my ward, this is one of the things that they have asked to be addressed. I would like to see new businesses come to this area, but definitely to keep the old ones that are already here and help them grow and prosper. I would like to have some additional help for the elderly, some programs, because they so often can't do the things that, the necessary things that they need to do to survive. And talking with them, some of them told me they felt forgotten, and I think that needs to be addressed. And I do have a 4th thing, and that's maintaining the roads, paving them, and sidewalks. I think are important for infrastructure. If elected, my legacy would be that I would want to try to accomplish all these things and leave Raytown a vibrant city like it used to be when I was younger. I thank the League of Women Voters for inviting me to come here in the chamber and I would like the opportunity to help Raytown plan for the future. Thank you much.
Chris Merrill, Ward 3 candidate.
Hello. Thank you, League of Women Voters and Raytown Chamber of Commerce for pushing this event. My name is Chris Merrill. I'm running for Alderman in Ward 3. I've lived here in Raytown proper for 15 years, my current address. Been married for 14 years to my wife. I have one son, 10 years old, goes to school here in Raytown. I've worked for 17 years for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. I received my journeyman license in 01, and then I went on to receive my master's license after that. I have several hobbies. I like to race slot cars at the slot car track in Raytown. Wonderful place. Boy loves it. I also coach youth baseball. I've been a coach for 5 years. I'm also a youth wrestling coach. Been that for 2 years. I like to volunteer with my union. I volunteer every chance I get. You probably see me on the street corners out here. Dad's Day, Dollars Against Diabetes. I do a kids' Christmas party. I'm the official cotton candy maker. Get covered in it every year. It's wonderful. Christmas in October. I volunteered to work that a few times. Met some wonderful people that couldn't afford to get their houses fixed, or I mean, fix them for them. I volunteered for the PAC committee here in my union, the Political Action Committee. Met some great people there, gave me some great advice on running for office here. I have my priorities here. My first priority is safety. I want to work with the police department, provide them with everything they could possibly need to be a state-of-the-art police department, be a model to the other communities. I believe that is the #1 way to attract people to move to your city, is to have it safe. Also for our small businesses, they aren't going to move here if it's not safe. We've got to make a safe environment for our small businesses. I believe in growth. I want to grow our small businesses. I want to help our current small businesses. Anything they would need, I'm not going to throw roadblocks at them. I want to help them out every chance we can. My third priority is also part of my legacy, community involvement. I'm a strong believer in getting involved in anything you can possibly get involved in. I want the citizens to get involved in not only in government, but in their community, and get involved in the events to help the elderly, help the children. Then I would like to be the people's alderman. I want to be the voice of the people. I want them to feel free to come to me 24/7, 365. I never shut my phone off. It's always on. And one last little statement here is that we can never do apart what we can do together. So we need to work together to get everything solved. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Moore. I've lived here in Raytown since 1979, and I'm married. My son went to Raytown High, and he rode the Mocan circuit. He wasn't a sports guy, but he rode the bulls. He got busted up pretty good. My background is construction. 37 years. I've lived in Europe, France, all across North America. So I've kind of been to 7 different schools in my life growing up. I kind of understand what's going on with the system as a whole, especially with young people growing up. I think I learned a little bit about how the system develops for those people that are teaching, because I've been through a lot of schools with a lot of different personalities, teachers from all over the world. That's probably one of my priorities, education. It seems to change from the federal level coming down to the local level. Maybe we should keep it here at the local level. You know, the people should understand what's going on here instead of the federal side. I remember in Columbus, Mississippi, 1968, April 4th, Martin Luther King was assassinated. We happened to be at that air base in that town. Now, I was integrated into an all-black school. That's correct, an all-black school. There was probably 70 white kids there, 400 African Americans. The whole town just erupted. I had an epiphany. The educational system, the system as a whole, needed a little bit of change. That's what I brought with me for the rest of my life, especially as I came up here to Richardsville Dock. But I've been able to get along with a lot of people, and it's unfortunate that there's just a little too much violence across this country, across the globe. Maybe we ought to just kind of tone things down a bit, and everybody just try to get along. I basically believe in a roundtable discussion of things. Let's not have a square table. Let's have a round table. Bring the citizens in. I have to agree with Mr. Green with the community service. The YMCA that's closing, we could probably do something for the kids here. I mean, we really do need something. I remember in all military bases, believe it or not, they had a youth center. That youth center was where the young people went. And you had people in charge, you had your chaperones. They got things accomplished. They learned, they were mentored, they stayed out of trouble, not all the trouble, but big trouble. They blew up a few mailboxes here and there, but all in all, they had a good time. I mean, they got to know each other. As far as developing Raytown, let me say this about a legacy. A legacy, I don't want to leave a legacy. I want Raytown to leave a legacy. Ray's Blacksmith, that Santa Fe Trail, that's the legacy here. This town was annexed in 1950 by Kansas City without Raytown's approval, okay? That's the history of Raytown. The Santa Fe Trail ran right through this town. There was a huge watering hole up here at Cave Springs. I don't know if anybody here remembers or even gone up to the Raytown Historic Society up here. Great little museum. Metal detected up there to help people out find rings and even stuff I can give to that museum. And I tell you, Raytown needs to maintain what's in Raytown, not what Walmart wants to bring in and take back. We got to put money in Raytown. Thank you.
This candidate from the 3rd Ward is Christine White.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank the League of Women's Voters and the Chamber as well for hosting us tonight. It's a real opportunity for us to get our voices heard. I'm Christine White, and I grew up in the Raytown School District. My husband and I decided that Raytown was the place we were going to raise our family. So we bought our first home here in 1980. The kids are grown, and I'm married to my second husband now, and we're still in Raytown. I've served as city collector for 6 years. I've served as an alderman in both Ward 1 and Ward 3 for a total of almost 7.5 years. And frankly, I love what I do. You know, I work full-time at St. Luke's Hospital. I'm a communications supervisor, but I think what I would miss most is serving the public. I love my job as an alderman. My focus in the next 4 years would be on making sure that our police pension plan is funded, making sure that the city comes up with a dedicated revenue stream, which is something we don't have now, and ensuring that we have more education for our boards and committees. Most of our boards and committees do a wonderful job, and I have to applaud all the people that serve on them, but I think that as a city we could do a better job providing them some education from Missouri Municipal League as far as what their responsibilities are, how far they can reach out. There's a lot of things we could be doing as a community that way. As far as a legacy, I think that you'll find that public service is not something that is an individual sport. I consider it more of a team sport. I've served under 2 administrations, served with a number of different board members, and everyone brings their own flavor to the board, and it's wonderful when we work together well. And so for legacy, I think it's a team legacy, it's a city legacy, and my goal is simply to make this, my goal has always been to make this city the kind of city that my children would be proud to come back to one day.